Hi everyone, in today's demo I'll show you how to use my web app. So the first step is to click start learning today. So you'll be redirected to the web app's homepage. So when prompted you have to type a topic. So today we're going to be learning about how to prove the square root of 2 is irrational with contradiction. So let's do that. Once you've typed your topic, you can select your level of understanding. I'll choose novice for now. The next step is to click continue and you'll be prompted to set your goals. So in this case, I have a few predetermined goals that I'll set and I'll set them really quickly. Now we can continue to the whiteboard. How to use my whiteboard app in the browser. So first and foremost is drawing on the whiteboard. In order to draw on the whiteboard on desktop or laptop, you can click and drag with your mouse to draw, or if you're on a touchscreen device, you can tap your finger and drag it to draw. If I want to erase, I can select the eraser tool and go over my drawing to erase it, or if I want to clear my drawing, I can press the clear tool and clear my drawing. So you may have noticed this big box. If this big box gets in the way of your drawing, you can always move it by clicking and dragging, the same as drawing on the whiteboard. Or you can also resize it by going to the edge and following the symbols. I can scale, I can go in, I can make it as small as I and big as I want. I'll get to what's inside the box in just a second. On the right is the lesson navigation tool. Every lesson that the AI teaches is split into a number of steps. So in this case, this lesson was split into 6 steps. Each step has an explanation and an exercise to help the user understand the concept. So first, the AI is talking about irrational numbers because we're trying to prove root 2 is an irrational number with contradiction. So what I would do is I would read this explanation first, or I can have it read to me with the speaker tool. And then once I've read that, I can go over to this box and read what's in the box as it's a visual representation of what's in the explanation. Once I've done that, I can go down and read the exercise and finally do the exercise on the whiteboard. So it says write down 2 examples of irrational numbers you're familiar with. So I'm familiar with pi and of course the square root of 2. So let me check the exercise. So since I got it right, it automatically moves on to the next step. It also gives me some feedback on the last exercise, but more importantly, it moves on. So a new diagram is generated for the new explanation, and a new exercise is given to the user for them to learn. So suppose I already knew this exercise, then I could scroll down and press skip exercise. Before that, I want to show you the question asking feature. So I can ask any questions whatsoever I have here, and it also looks at the whiteboard. So let me draw what it has asked me to. Root 2 equals a over b, and I can ask the question, what is a rational number? And I can ask it and it'll give me an answer based on the whiteboard, the question, and okay.